Ladies and gentlemen, señoras y señores, bienvenidos y bienvenidas. Good evening, muy buenas tardes. I am Havidan Rodriguez, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. The UT Pan American family, faculty, university administrators, university staff, and our community of graduates welcome you, our guests, to the UT Pan American Spring 2014 Evening Commencement Ceremony. I'll repeat that again. There you go. This evening, we are honoring the graduates from the College of Business Administration and the College of Education. To our students, let me be the first to congratulate you for your success. Felicidades. Congratulations. Will everyone please remain standing and join us in singing our national anthem led by UT Pan American student Miss Veronica Alamia.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Also, please join me in a round of applause to the UT Pan American Brass Choir under the direction of Dr. Scott Reeder. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the stage party whom I will ask to stand and be recognized. And we start with Mr. Martin Baylor, Vice President for Business Affairs. Dr. Martha Cantu, Vice President for Student Affairs. Ms. Veronica Gonzalez, Vice President for University Advancement. Dr. Jeffrey Graham, Vice President for Information Technology. Dr. Cynthia Brown, Vice Provost for Graduate Education. Dr. Sadiq Shah, Vice Provost for Research. Dr. Gerald Hughes, Associate Dean, College of Business Administration. Dr. Salvador Hector Ochoa, Dean of the College of Education. Mr. Jesse Gonzalez, Attorney, the J. Gonzalez Law Firm, and our guest speaker for this evening. Ms. Citlali Rojas, UT Pan American Alumni Association Board of Trustees. And the announcer for this evening's ceremony is Ms. Marcy Martinez, KGBT TV Action 4 news anchor. Last and certainly not least, I have the distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you UT Pan American's 8th President, Dr. Robert S. Nelsen. Dr. Nelsen came to the University of Texas Pan American in 2010, bringing with him the vision to ensure that UT Pan American continues to offer the very best and broadest educational opportunities to our community in South Texas. Excellence and community engagement are at the core of his vision for UT Pan American. He is a champion for the Rio Grande Valley and is a highly respected leader and advocate within the education community. A literature and philosophy scholar, experienced administrator, award-winning professor, and published author, Dr. Nelsen earned his PhD from the Committee on Social Thought at the University of Chicago, with specializations in modern literature, philosophy, and political theory. Please help me welcome the president of the University of Texas Pan American, Dr. Robert S. Nelsen.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. In November 2009, when the Board of Regents announced that I would be the president of UT Pan American, I never envisioned that I would be the last president of UT Pan American. Didn't even cross my mind. I was so excited about coming to the Valley and what was going to happen here. A lot of you know that for 20 years plus, I had only worn black before I came to this Valley. I didn't wear any colors, just black. Why? Johnny Cash. He wrote a song about it, and you're going to have to indulge me and let me read you a few of the lines. Well, you wonder why I always dress in black, why you never see bright colors on my back. I wear black for the poor and the beaten down, living in the hopeless, hungry side of town. I wear black for those who have never read or listened to the words that Jesus said about the road to happiness through love and charity. Why, you'd think he's talking straight to you and me. I wear it for the sick and lonely old, for the reckless ones whose bad trip left them cold. I wear it for the thousands who have died, believing the Lord was on their side. I'd love to wear a rainbow every day and tell the world that everything's okay. But I will try to carry off a little darkness on my back. Till things are brighter, I am the man in black. Well, obviously, I'm not in black anymore. I even have bling. So why don't I wear black anymore? It's because of you students. Because I know that you're going to transform the Valley. I know that it's not going to be hungry out there because of you. It is because of this faculty and their dedication to you and to having an education here in the Valley. It's to every one of the staff members that are here working on a Saturday for graduation so that they can be part of this celebration. When the Chancellor first broached the idea of creating a new university, I knew that it meant that we were going to abolish Pan Am. That's the only way you could do it. It was the law. I also knew that I'd probably be abolishing my own job. And I did. And I knew that Jody and I would probably have to leave this valley that we love. But I thought about the students. I thought about the buildings they didn't have. I thought about the opportunities that getting the permanent university fund would bring. And I knew that what Pan Am was doing was the right thing in trying to transform this valley, but I knew we needed help. And I knew that we could do it como una familia, as a family, coming together with Brownsville, with everyone else. Creating the new university meant bringing millions of dollars to the valley. It meant building new buildings. It meant finally having a medical school and more doctors in the valley. We're doing the right thing for the nation, certainly for the state, but I think for the world, because the world will be watching us as we move forward. The new president, Dr. Guy Bailey, will have a great university to work with. And he, as he creates that new university, will be creating the university for the future, for everyone. But I have to admit that today, as I look out at you, I'm a little nostalgic. 4.5 years ago, I came to the Valley. And you Students, a lot of you started 4 years ago. You've been with me all the way. I take true pride in what Pan Am has accomplished in the 4.5 years that we have been here. I take great pride that we have been a university about access, about giving opportunities to students. And I pray that the new university will be about access as well, giving a chance, making education affordable. This year, so far, we've given out $11 million in scholarships. We've done $49 million in Pell Grants and $27 million in Texas grants. I don't know if most of these students know this, but we are the lowest price net tuition in the United States. We are that affordable. Now, it may not have felt like it when you were paying your bills, but we are the lowest price net tuition in the United States. That's a miracle. And it's a reason not to wear black. I'm also proud of the incredible awards that the university has received in this last 4.5 years. We received $2 million so that we could increase the physician assistance program. We received $3.7 million to establish a STEM academy. We received $1.2 million to improve physics and chemistry teachers here in the Valley. And we received $4.1 million to increase the number of Hispanic female professors in the United States. Yes, people are watching, and all these awards were about the Valley. We're about you, students, about making it better for you, and then for the next generation of students. In the past 4.5 years, we took the old McDonald's on Klausner and made it into Alumni Center, and an Alumni Center where you, the students, will be able to gather, where you will be able to network, where you'll be able to get jobs, where you'll be able to work with others. We took the old Walmart and made it into a visual arts building. We have probably the only foundry in the state of Texas. We just poured a Donna for the city of Donna, 9 feet tall, made of brass, weighed a couple thousand pounds. And now, for the Basilica, we're doing a 12-foot Jesus. Our students are doing this there. The old Hager Pants factory, which was a shell, we made it meet the needs of our community, and we put community engagement down there. And now we have the best small business development center in the United States. They won that award this last year. Up at Starr County, in the Starr County complex, we took the time and made sure that almost 90% of all of the teachers are now certified in their areas. You've seen on campus the Student Academic Center, the new building that's going up by Sugar. It is coming up for all of those students who have not declared a major by the time they're a sophomore, so that they don't drop out and so that they have advising. And then the Performing Arts Center is coming up. It's going to be beautiful, and it's going to have great sound. 1,000 seats. And finally, our drummers are not going to have to drum out in the heat anymore. And then I think the most special thing of all, and some of you will agree, some of you won't, is the birds, or the lack thereof. Do you remember walking down between the engineering building and the science building And there was all that white stuff that you didn't want to step in and you stepped around it all the time. It's not there anymore. Do you remember walking in the covered walkway and feeling that little drop on your head? Well, there are no pigeons there anymore. So thank you, Marty Baylor. Thank you for the physical plant. Thank you for finally getting the campus clean and beautiful. We have done some amazing things. We joined the WAC. You've seen the Bronx country signs all around with the Bronx spirit. Martin Casey just won the first championship in the WAC by setting a record in the mile for us. Sam Street, a pitcher, has had more agents here on this campus looking at him than we've ever had before. And he's the #1 pitcher in America. And he's playing for our Bronx. 25 of our Bronx were players of the week. 25. We've come a long ways. Y por fin vamos a tener fútbol aquí. Football. But not this crazy pigskin type, okay? Women and men's soccer is finally coming to the Valley, and we're very proud about having it. On the academic side, this year, Pan Am was elevated from being considered a comprehensive master's institution to a doctoral serving institution. We were chosen by the National Hispanic Institute as the College of the Year. The College of the Year for all of the colleges in America. We were #1. That deserves a round of applause. And our cooperative pharmacy program, Excellencia in Education, chose it as the best graduate program to advance Latinos in the United States. Yeah, we really are getting known. And I could brag on so many other things. The University College coming up, the MBA and the MPA going online and just getting more and more students every day. The student day up at the Capitol, where we took the mariachis up there and we were able to get a vote for this new university, 149-0 vote, unanimous. I could talk about the Student Employment Office. I could talk about having degree plans online. We've tried to do it for you, students. Your faculty have fought hard for you, and we wanted to provide you all of the opportunities that we could. But there is one number that I think is more phenomenal than anything that I'm going to say today. In the 4.5 years that I have been here, we have graduated 13,904 students. $13,904 students. That's going to change this valley. It's going to change the United States. And we've done it as a family. Una familia unida. There are many things to celebrate about this new university, and I just want to point out one. Do you realize that we've graduated amongst that group close to 1,700 veterans? People who went to Iraq or Afghanistan and came back and graduated from Pan Am. If there are any veterans here in the audience that is graduating today amongst the students, please stand so that we can salute you. One thing I've learned about the Valley is how much pride we have. Would all of the veterans in the audience please stand so we can salute you too? Thank you for your sacrifices. Thank you for being there. We are really grateful. So, me. As this cowboy rides away on September 1st, will he be riding away in black? No. He'll be riding away in green and white and orange. Because I don't need to wear black. Because I believe in the faculty and the staff at this university. And more than anything, graduates who have been with me for these 4 years, I believe in you. I truly believe in you. When we started, when I came, we had graduation speakers who we'd pay a lot of money to. I'm kind of cheap, so we don't pay them anything anymore. No, what I really wanted to do was something very different. I wanted you to be able to see someone who had graduated from Pan Am, and you could see what is possible, and you could know that you could be that person on that stage at this time. It is my distinct honor now to introduce our speaker for today. He's a distinguished Rio Grande Valley attorney, and he's a proud graduate of Pan Am, Mr. Jesse Gonzalez. I got lots more words, stay down. He graduated in 1992 from Pan Am with a bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies. And do you know what he did? He went up to La Jolla and began teaching there. Okay? Because he had an overarching goal, and he still has that same goal today, and that was to help underrepresented people in the Rio Grande Valley. He came back, and he got a master's degree in educational administration. A bunch of you today will receive that degree. And before leaving the teaching profession, he got another call to service. You see, Jesse, like some of you, had spent much of his life and his childhood going north to Minnesota to pick and work those farms. And he saw how people were treated, how unfairly, especially by corporations and by others. He saw what he calls large company injustices. And he decided that he needed to change that because people didn't know what their rights were, and there weren't attorneys to represent him. So he left La Jolla and went to St. Mary's and got his law degree. And then he interned with federal judge Edward C. Prado in San Antonio, but he didn't stop his education. He went to the University of Innsbruck in Austria. Yes, you can go to Austria and study. He also went to Oxford. Yes, a student from Pan Am can get into the mighty Oxford in England and study there. And then he came back and he decided he was going to start a new career with commercials on television. And you've seen him going back and forth, but he always says that he's a proud graduate of Pan Am. And he is out there trying to help others by representing them and being there for them every day. It is an honor to consider him a friend and to have him here with us today. Graduates, this can be you. This can be you.
Thank you, Dr. Nelsen. Thank you, all of you. It's an honor to be here today, and I applaud and congratulate all of you for this great achievement. When I was told that I was going to give this commencement speech, obviously I was very nervous because I had never done one of these before. And so, in doing some research, I came across an article that said that President Clinton, former President Clinton, remembered what his commencement speaker had said 45 years ago at his graduation. So I said, wow, that must have been a powerful message. Let me look that speech up and maybe I'll get an idea and share that with the graduates here today. So I looked it up, and here's what I found. The graduation ceremony was outdoors. And just when the speaker was about to take the podium to speak, a thunderstorm started moving in. Thunder started, doing its thing, the lightning. It was about to rain. The speaker saw the students shivering, Bill Clinton being one of them. And he said, "It appears like we're all about to drown and die, so I'm going to leave now. If you want to hear my speech, email me. Bye." So I'm like, that didn't do me any help. So with that, let me just say that I basically am very happy to be here indoors. The weather's not going to be a factor, obviously. And I just wanted to share some background with you. And some of it, Dr. Nelsen has already shared with you. But yes, I grew up in the Valley. I grew up in the Valley all my life. I was born in McAllen, lived in Mission for 26 years, graduated from Mission High School, came to Pan Am in 1986, and I would commute every day from Mission to Pan Am, and I did that until I got my degree. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you about that was that my biggest struggle wasn't so much the studying and doing the things that I needed to do to pass my classes, but rather, did I have enough money for gas to get to Edinburgh from Mission? There were many days that I didn't have any money to buy food, and so we had friends that sometimes would pitch in for, just a burrito that 3 of us or 4 of us would share. And there were many times that my car would break down, I'd run out of gas, but I never stopped going to Pan Am. I never allowed that to become an obstacle to graduating. And, Randy Posh put a famous professor, he published a book some time back, and he died of cancer. And before he died, he wrote a book called The Last Lecture. And in his book, he talked about how obstacles are there in the form of brick walls for a lot of us, and those brick walls are there for other people, not for those that want something bad enough. And clearly, I applaud all of you for being here today and accomplishing what you did, because whatever obstacles you had were not too big for you to overcome to accomplish what you did. Going back to being a migrant farm worker, when I was 3 or 4 years old, my family and I started migrating to Oregon. And what we did there was pick strawberries and any kind of fruit in the state of Oregon. After that, we started migrating to Minnesota, and our job there was to hoe sugar beets. And that brings me to one of my stories that I want to share with you, because it's a valuable lesson that I learned from being a migrant farm worker. Working in the fields was about how many acres you covered in a day, because they paid us by the acre. At the time, it was $22 an acre. And 9 rows typically made an acre. And so my parents, I recall telling me, "Son, if you want to make money in the future, you've got to get married young, and you've got to have as many kids as possible. You have 9 kids, you'll have an acre on the way going, that way and the way back. That's 2 acres. That's $44 a round trip. You'll make lots of money. You've got to hurry up, get married, and have kids. I said, wow, 10 kids, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to die. There's got to be a better way to make money than this. And that was an important message for me because luckily they didn't say, well, stop going to school, let's work in the fields full time. They also believed in education. And I chose their other advice, which was get educated. And that's an important message because ultimately in life, you're going to have people that love you, care about you, and mean well. And they want the best for you, but they're giving you advice based on their experience. And ultimately, while they may mean well, it may be limiting for you. This is your degree. This is your life. Follow your heart, follow your passion, and be careful with some of the advice that people will give you because it may limit your potential. When I was also here at Pan Am, about 19 years old, we used to have graduation at a gym before the advent of computers and all the technology now that we can use. We had to physically be there. And I was 19 years old, and I remember going to registration, and I really had no clue what I was going to major in. I just knew that I wanted to get a degree. And I came across a counselor who was a career guidance counselor. And I walked up to her and I said, listen, I need some guidance here. I don't know what to do. I know I want a degree, but I don't know. I need some direction here. She says, well, let me look at your transcript. She looked at my transcript, looked at my grades. She's like, well, looks like you never made the dean's list your previous year or so. And based on your grades, I'm not sure you really care what you're doing here. So look, let me give you some advice. Just take the easy way out, get your degree, and get out of here. And I said, well, what do you suggest I do? She said, well, your minor, if you minor in English, you already have to take 12 hours of English courses. You take 2 more classes, you're done with your minor. That's one way to get things done quicker. So I didn't know any better. I said, okay, that sounds like a good plan to me. What I wasn't counting on was this. I enrolled in a class on my path of taking the easy way out with Dr. Hamilton, who I don't know if he's here in the audience today or not. But Dr. Hamilton taught a class called the Romantic Period and the Victorian Period, and he focused on English literature. And so I decided to take those courses. And ultimately, what ended up happening when I took the quote-unquote easy way out, I found a passion and love for literature that I didn't know I had. But most importantly, Dr. Hamilton did something that no other professor or teacher had ever done since I had been a student in kindergarten. I did poorly in one of his exams, and on the top of the exam, he wrote, Jesse, I know you can do better than this. That was the first time anyone had ever said, hey, I believe in you. You can do better. As a result of him giving me that advice and believing in me, I ended up taking 33 hours of English. I ended up teaching English at La Jolla. And not only that, but I went back to Pan Am and I audited courses and sat in order so that I could do my job better as a teacher. So taking the 18 hours of English to get out of there as quickly as possible turned out to more like 40 some odd hours of English. But here's the message that's important about that. When I went to law school, what do you think helped me the most getting through law school and passing the bar? It was all the English courses I took at Pan Am that prepared me for all those difficult classes that I took in law school. And one of the things that, call it poetic justice, but I never planned on going to Oxford University. But when I did, what do you know? All the professors that I had read about, and I had read their works in Edinburgh, Texas, here at Pan Am, being in Oxford, that's where a lot of them lived. Being in England, I was able to go to a lot of the places where they were inspired and wrote a lot of their poems, their short stories, or their novels. And it was funny because a lot of the students that were there with me to learn law were taking literature tours with me because they wanted to know about the different things that I knew about these different poets and authors from England. So that was a real treat. But the larger message about that is this. Doing what I did, taking those English courses, I did that primarily because I wanted to help my students become better students. I wanted to better serve them. And in the end, that allowed me to be better prepared later in the future when I went to law school and later as a lawyer. So remember that. Always, number one, do things to help others, because in the end, it's something that ultimately will benefit society, will benefit your community, and ultimately you will get a reward from it as well. But here's the other message. Remember that counselor that said, I don't believe in you, or rather, take the easy way out? Professor Hamilton said, no, I believe in you. There's ultimately always going to be people that are going to say, you can't do it. You don't have what it takes, or you're not smart enough, whatever. But there's always going to be people as well that are going to believe in you. In fact, I'm looking around here, and I see a lot of people here that believe in you. And all of you have at least that one person that believes in you. Choose to believe in those, obviously, that believe in you, who you are. And that'll take you places. The other thing I want to tell you is that Dr. Nelsen mentioned about me being on TV. And he's right. Most of you know me as the lawyer with the Transformer and the Hummer and 1-800 car crash. But let me tell you how that came about. I had been practicing law for about 3 years, and I was happy with my practice. And one day I got a call from a counselor in La Jolla and said, hey, Jesse, would you like to come over and do career day for us? And so I did. And I was speaking to a bunch of third graders, most of which were recent immigrants. And I asked them, I said, hey, I'm a lawyer. And somebody said, well, what is a lawyer? And then before I could even answer, a little boy in the back of the room said, I know what a lawyer is. And I said, what's a lawyer? He said, Brian Longcar, strong arm. When career day was over, I went back to my office. I called Channel 4, Channel 5, Univision, Telemundo, and I said, listen, I'm from the Valley. I was a teacher for 7 years. My last name's Gonzalez. Why is there a lawyer from Dallas named Longcar known by a student who's a third grader in La Jolla? It's TV. Get me on TV. And my practice has benefited tremendously because of that little boy. Now, the bigger message there is this. I didn't go there for a TV seminar. I didn't go there because I wanted to grow my practice and become some famous local lawyer. That was not my intention. I went there because I wanted to help kids. I went there because I wanted to give back. All of you sitting here today are going to have that opportunity to give back, to do good things. And I promise you, if you're willing to do those things, you will do well and you will succeed in life and you will be rewarded. So, in closing, let me just say this. Success, as I have found out, for many of us, for many of you, may not come quickly or easily, but if you strive to do what is right, if you work hard and dream big, dream big. If you set an example in your own lives to be a good person in your community, great things will happen for every one of you. Congratulations on this achievement, and may God bless all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us today and for addressing our graduates. At this time, I would like to present the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees to be conferred this evening. We will present the candidates for degrees by college. Students, this will be your last test before we confer your degrees. Although we celebrate, recognize, and congratulate all our students, we extend a special recognition to our undergraduate students whose academic work at the University of Texas Pan American has been outstanding. Students with grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0 graduate summa cum laude with highest honors. Those with 3.7 to 3.89 graduate magna cum laude with high honors. Those with 3.5 to 3.69 graduate cum laude with honors. Will all the undergraduate students graduating summa cum laude please stand? Will all the undergraduate students graduating magna cum laude please stand? Will all the students, undergraduate students graduating cum laude please stand? Congratulations. Please be seated. Each student who has achieved these grade point averages will be recognized individually as they are awarded their degrees. We will now present the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration. Dr. Gerald Hughes, Associate Dean of the College of Business Administration, will present the candidates for degrees in his college.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. Class of 2014, the College of Business is proud of you. We will be bragging about your achievements all this summer and next year at least. Well done. College of Business faculty, thank you. Your willingness to not only provide excellent classes, but also dedicate all your skills to fully preparing these graduates for long-term career success will bear fruit in their lives for years to come. Class of 2014 graduates, as you now move on to those careers, continue to dare to lead in your community as well as in business. And as you make your mark, remember that the College of Business wants to see you again. Dare to lead at the alumni events, on the employer's side of the tables, at the career fairs, as guest speakers for our student organizations. And undergraduates in particular, we want to see you again in the MBA and the PhD programs. To all of our graduates, congratulations. Will the candidate for the doctoral degree in the College of Business Administration please stand? I would like to recognize this individual and acknowledge his hard work and dedication. I will read the title of his dissertation as well as recognize his chair of the dissertation committee. Roberto Saldivar, Consumer Evaluation of Corporate Social Responsibility, New Insights from the Expectancy Confirmation-Disconfirmation Paradigm. His committee chair is Dr. Mohammed Ali Zulfagarian. Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you the doctoral candidate in the College of Business Administration. As evaluated by our faculty, he has completed all his requirements for his degree. Please be seated. Will all the candidates for master's degrees in the College of Business Administration please rise? Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you the candidates for master's degrees as recommended by our faculty. Thank you. Will the master's candidates please be seated? Will all the candidates for the bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration please rise? Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you the candidates for bachelor's degrees as recommended by our faculty. Please remain standing. Will the doctoral and master's candidates please stand and join the bachelor's candidates? Dr. Rodriguez, it is a privilege and an honor to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration. Those who stand before you, who have completed all the academic requirements, have been recommended by our faculty and are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Hughes. Candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration, you have been recognized. Congratulations, felicitaciones. Please be seated. And now, Dr. Salvador Hector Ochoa, Dean of the College of Education, will present the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in his college.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. Undergraduate students, master's students, and doctoral students, along with my faculty colleagues, we express our heartfelt congratulations on your accomplishment today. My colleagues and I in the College of Ed understand the importance of the role that you will play in the Rio Grande Valley, and we challenge you to transform the lives of the children that you will work with in the public schools. Many of you may believe that everything that you were prepared to do to be a teacher occurred when you first started at UTPA, but that's not the case. You and I have something in common. I was born and raised in the Rio Grande Valley, and I was a beneficiary like you because I was taught by teachers from the College of Education who laid that important groundwork. We were beneficiaries of the College of Ed, and I would say nearly everybody in this audience has been a beneficiary of the College of Ed because you were taught by teachers from our college. And therefore, we challenge you to prepare the future students of the Rio Grande Valley who will be beneficiaries of your work, of our college. You have a huge responsibility, but I have no doubt with the excellence of training that you've received from our faculty that you're well prepared to inspire the potential and dreams of the future children of the Rio Grande Valley. Buena suerte, and I have all the confidence that you will be successful. Will the candidates for doctoral degrees in the College of Ed please stand? I would like to recognize these individuals and acknowledge their hard work and dedication. I will read the titles of their dissertation as well as recognize the chairs of their respective committees. Richard Kirk, Bicultural Self-Efficacy, Student Achievement and Persistence of Mexican American College Students, Committee Chair, Dr. Karen Watt. Imelda Mares, School Principals' Perceptions of Bilingual Education and the Relationship to English Language Learners, 8th Grade Reading Performance on STAR, Committee Chair, Dr. Karen Watt. And Dalia Villarreal Oliveira, a collective qualitative case study of challenges encountered by superintendents in a Texas school district from 1979 to 2013, Committee Chair, Dr. Rosalinda Hernandez. Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you the doctoral students in the College of Education. As evaluated by our faculty, they have completed all their requirements for their respective degrees. Please be seated. Will all the master's candidates in the College of Education please rise? Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you the candidates for master's degrees in the College of Education as recommended by our faculty. Will the master candidates please be seated? Will all the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Education please rise? Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you the candidates for bachelor's degrees as recommended by our faculty. Please remain standing. Will the doctoral and master's candidates please stand and join the bachelor candidates? Dr. Rodriguez, it is a privilege and honor to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Education. Those who stand before you, who have completed all academic requirements, have been recommended by our faculty and are entitled to their respective degrees.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Ochoa. Candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Education, you have been recognized. Congratulations, felicitaciones. Please remain standing. Will the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration please rise? Dr. Nelsen, on behalf of the excellent faculty at the University of Texas Pan American, I am privileged to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees. Each candidate, in the best judgment of their faculty and subject to final confirmation, has completed all the requirements for his or her degree. At this time, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be awarded.
Students, I'm just about to make you not students. This is a great opportunity and a great honor. By the power vested in me by the state of Texas and the University of Texas System Board of Regents, upon recommendation of our faculty and subject to final confirmation of completion of degree requirements, I hereby award these candidates their respective doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees, along with the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Doctoral, master's, and bachelor's candidates, please come forward and receive your degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Nelsen. Once again, felicitaciones, congratulations. We wish you continued success. We are very confident that you will continue to make us proud. Ustedes son el corazón de esta institución. You are the heart of this institution. Never forget, prepare, discover, and transform. Thank you for coming to UT Pan American. Thank you for persisting. Thank you for being successful. Job well done. Congratulations. Muchísimas gracias. I ask that you now please be seated as the commencement officers prepare the floor to guide you to the stage. Before I pass it on to our announcer for this evening, a todas las madres, de mi corazón a su corazón, feliz Día de las Madres. Happy Mother's Day. As part of our strong partnership with the local media organizations, we are privileged to have Ms. Marcy Martinez, KGBT TV Action 4 News anchor, as our professional announcer. Marcy, it is always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much.
I am always honored to be a part of this. It's such a big event in your life, and you will remember this for the rest of your life. So I want to make sure to say your name correctly. I haven't even seen your names yet. I want to hear it from your mouth when you step up here. If you already know people have problems with your names and I look at you with a funny face, that means I need your help. So just say it to me or say it to this young lady right here, and we're going to get it said. It goes by pretty quickly. I've done this many times with UTPA, but I want to make sure that it's seamless for you. But I just wanted to say really quickly, on behalf of Action 4 News, where I've been working now 13 years, thank you to UTPA. I am a product of the Rio Grande Valley myself, like Jesse. I am born and raised in Harlingen. I went off to college to another university. I'm a Javelina, but I have been adopted by, we have Javelinas out there. I am adopted by UTPA. They have made me a Bronc as well, a part of the Bronc family. Have been so good to me throughout the years that I've been with Action 4 News. So it is always my pleasure to come out here on a weekend. I love spending this time with you because I know how important this moment is for you. And I wanted to say that, Dr. Nelsen, there will never be a president like you. I've worked with many, and there will never be a president like you, sir. You've done a great job. And to say that you have done great things for the university is an absolute understatement, and just walking around this campus, it has your face on it. So you will never be forgotten. Don't think that you will, because you will not be forgotten. And hope to see you here, though. We're going to keep you around somehow. I'll work on that. See what kind of power I have. Not much. But I will work on it for you, my friend. You are my friend. So let's get started. And I believe we're going to start with the candidate for degrees in the College of Business Administration. And our candidate for Doctor of Philosophy, we begin with Roberto Saldivar. Congratulations. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Education. Candidates for a Doctor of Education are Richard Kirk, congratulations. Imelda Mares, congratulations. And Ana Dalia Villarreal Oliveira. Congratulations. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Business Administration. Candidates for a Master of Accountancy are Stephanie Cynthia Herrera, Irina Martinez, Carissa Waste. Candidates for a Master of Business Administration are Vanessa Valderrama, Rosalinda Barrett, Jacob Braun, Jorge Cordova, Amanda Michelle Esquivel, Wendy Marianne Estrada, Crystal Lizette Flores. Margarita Flores. Carolina Guerra. Juan Antonio Guerrero Jr. Juan Islas. Santiago Khalil Sevilla. Luis Javier Longoria Jr. Joseph A. Macias. Jose Daniel Morales. Gabriela Nunnery. Eduardo Olvera. Gloria Elizabeth Ordaz Ruiz. Alejandro Picone. José Roberto Quintanilla. Nidia Ríos. Stephen Kyle Robinette. Cecilia Rodriguez. Yana Saltayeva. Jovan Alexander Segura. Fanan Tung. Sergio Torres. Candidates for dual degrees in Master of Science in Accounting and Bachelor of Business Administration are Roberto David Carrillo, Mariana Kurtz, Nancy Lisette de Leon, Laura Cecilia Gonzalez de Salinas, Nancy Sanchez, Benjamin J. Sandoval, The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Education. Candidates for Master of Arts in School Psychology are Maria Luisa Elizondo, Mariel Flores, Selena Lynn Perez, Susana Aide Phillips, Gabriela Rosa. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Education. Candidates for a Master of Education are Crystal Marlena Aguilar, Susana Aguirre, Mirna Jimenez Apostol, Norma Lisa Azua, Yvette Barrera Molina, Nancy Villarreal Baulat, Berlinda Cabrera, Adriana Carrillo, Leanne Castellanos. Erica Chapa Arispe. Julia Guadalupe Cuevas. Dale de la Fuente. Bianca Brooke Diaz. Gloria Elena Flores. Diana Jeanette Gaona. Carlos Garcia. Diana Areli Garcia. Luis or Luis? Luis Garcia. Arturo Garza. Juan Garza. Ciro Gonzalez. Jose Ventura Gonzalez. Sara Isabel Gonzalez. Hilda González Cabrera. Margaret Rose Graham. Jacqueline Elaine Grossman. Ernesto Guajardo Jr. Guadalupe Guerrero. Jeanette Guzman. Paulita Handy. Maria Elizabeth Hinojosa. Chrissy Howell. Eliaber Jimenez. Maricruz Garcia. Norma Alicia Lozano. Delma Cano Martinez. María Angelina Martinez. Danielle Renee McCarver. Marisela Ochoa. Nancy Ortiz. Rafaela Ovalle. Carlos Pimentel. Efraín Quiñones Jr. Esmeralda Quiñones. Josefina Guerrero Ramírez. Leonel Ramírez. Nancy Rivera. Yesenia Rodríguez. Sandra Ann Alvarez Sainz. Saladini. Vanessa Saladini. Cynthia Marlene Salazar. Kelly Ray Salinas. Paula Mata Sanchez. Lorraine Michelle Solis. Josué Soto. Felicia Torres. René Z. Trevino Jr. Jacqueline Zambrano. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Education. Candidates for a Master of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies are Adrian Daniel de la Rosa. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Business Administration. Candidates for Bachelor of Arts are Veronica Lizeth Inocencio. Graduating cum laude, Hans Uthoff. Candidates for a Bachelor of Business Administration are Luis Adame, Claudio Alvarado, Luis Alvarez, Jose R. Ansaldúa, Joel Ángel Arellano, Joseph Arrambide, Daniel Arriaga Jr., Alyssa Marie Ayala, Veronica Ayala, Walker Barrett, Bigolin. Graduating magna cum laude, Wanda Bigolin. Julio Alejandro Verdeja. Lorianne Black. Graduating magna cum laude, Evan Bruff. Luis Canizales. Jennifer Cantu. Hector Castillo. Ashley Leonor Cavazos. Christian Joel Chapa. Graduating magna cum laude, Clarissa Chapa. Rutilo Anwar Chavez. Amy Contreras. Marcelino Corona Jr. Marco Correa. Connie Lisbeth Cortez. Mario Alberto Cruz. Alejandra Yamilet Cuencar. José Luis de la Paz. Robert Kenneth de la Rosa. Gilbert Alejandro de León. Armando Deborah Jr. Juan Enciso. Hector Escamilla. Ruth Espericueta. Brenda Bernice Estrada. Zandra Zaraí Fermin. Rey de Rafael Franco. Marisa Galván. David Aarón García. Diana Itzel García. Carla Serna García. Marco A. García. Missy Lorraine García. Ricardo García. Gilma Lorena Garza. Juan Jose Garza. Lisa Denise Garza. Magda Garza. Graduating summa cum laude, Mariano Garza III. Graduating magna cum laude, Martin I. Garza. Graduating magna cum laude, Melissa Garza. Nancy Garza. Alejandra Gonzalez. Denise Carolina Gonzalez. Aide Gracia. Priscilla Guerra. Jorge Luis Gutierrez. Antonio Hernandez Jr. Maribel Hernández. Pedro Izaguirre. Sebastian Job. Jennifer Jones. Riley Kimberland. Sarai Limon. Elizabeth Yanes. Ana Lopez. Armando Lopez Jr. Carlos Lopez. Graduating cum laude, Joseph R. Lopez. Noe Lopez. Brian Luevanos. Andrea Angelica Maldonado. Victoria Lynn Marroquin. Christian Martinez. Miguel Ángel Martinez. Vanessa Naomi Martinez. Ryan McNutt. Graduating cum laude, David Mello. Quixela Mendez Benavides. April Montemayor. Graduating cum laude, Veronica Morales. Graduating cum laude, Alejandra Moreno. Glindy Munoz. Myra Munoz. Arturo Narro Vallejo. Gabriela Navarro García. José Noriega. Javier Núñez. Jesús Ángel Núñez. Vanessa Mírame Ochoa. Giselle Odom. Iris Oliveira. Corina Ortiz. Marco Adrián Ortiz. José Palacios. Roberto Palomares Jr. Danielle Nicole Payton. Stacy Peña. Alexandra Perez. Elda Perez. Mirna Denise Perez. Karen Quesada. Edgar Quintero Jr. Graduating cum laude, Yvonne Reyda. Claudia Leticia Ramos. Graduating summa cum laude, Carla Alejandra Ramos del Ángel. Cecilia Rangel. Raúl Reséndez. José Geronimo Reyes Jr. Eliazar Reina Jr. Graduating magna cum laude, David Rivera. Israel D. Robles. Graduating cum laude, Diana M. Sainz. Graduating cum laude, Francisco Sainz II. Anabel Saldaña. Mauricio Saldaña Jr. Ángel Salinas. Graduating magna cum laude, Mirta Dalia San Miguel. Graduating cum laude, Juan Santos Flores. Jessica Solis. Vanessa Solis. Miriam Tamez. Kirk Teagarden. María Emilia Terrazas. Samuel Trejo. Marcos Aaron Trevino. Noemí Trevino. Ana Karen Valenzuela. Abigail Arredondo Vázquez. Bertha Vázquez. Arturo Vázquez. Enrique Vecchio. Art Villarreal. Graduating cum laude, Andrew William Watergrove. Armando Zertuche. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Education. Candidates for a Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies. Teresa Alvarado. Denise Arredondo. Graduating cum laude, Eloy Arredondo. Michelle Avila. Amber Renee Banda. Chelsea Darlene Beltran. Audrey Lee Briales. Gina Ashley Briones. Myra Nelly Bugarin. Jessica Y. Camacho. Aisa Celeste Cantu. Debony Cantu. Graduating summa cum laude, Nathaniel Castañeda. Alyssa Cavazos. Magali Cepeda. Nancy Noemi Contreras. Nora Deli Contreras. Crystal Ann Coronado. Beatriz Cruz. Patricia Cruz. Miriam Roxana Cuevas. Graduating cum laude, Lizette Davila. Christine De Leon. Melissa De Leon. Melinda Lynette de la Cruz. Graduating cum laude, Zulema Delgado. James Nicho Diaz. Luz Maria Erchatea. Graduating cum laude, Norma Lee Escalante. Graduating magna cum laude, Lali Escobedo. Maria Susana Ramirez Escobedo. Graduating cum laude, Dana Marie Espino. Cassandra Espinosa. Alejandra Flores. Laura Flores. Linda Flores. Beatriz Franco. Ana Garcia. Carolina Garcia. Colleen Garcia. Graduating magna cum laude, Elva Garcia. Julianne Garcia. Maria Ludivina Garcia. Nelsie Garcia. Nora Garcia. Graduating magna cum laude, Renee Garcia. Rocio Garcia. Zoraida Garcia. Elisa Lee Garza. Erica Lizette Garza. Graduating cum laude, Esmeralda Garza. Graduating magna cum laude, Evelina Garza. Melissa Garza. Perla Garza. Krista Danielle Garza Gonzalez. Marisela Godoy. Leticia Gomez. Diana Marie Gonzalez. Cassandra Marie Gonzalez. Graduating summa cum laude, Marisol Gonzalez. Graduating magna cum laude, Osvaldo Gonzalez. Veronica Gracia. Blasa Guerrero. Graduating summa cum laude, Olivia Gano. Erica Gutierrez. Graduating cum laude, Paige Nicole Gutierrez. Graciela Herrera. Melissa Danielle Herrera. Brenda Edith Huerta. Graduating cum laude, Arlen Jasso. Melissa Leal. Graduating cum laude, Oscar Nicholas Leal. Graduating cum laude, Olga Lerma. Graduating magna cum laude, Vanessa Llanes. Graduating cum laude, Amy Lopez. Jeanette Lopez. Graduating magna cum laude, Maria Estefany Lopez. Graduating cum laude, Suhaira Lopez. Graduating cum laude, Tabitha Lucio. Reynaldo Luevano. Graduating cum laude, Sandra Luna. Graduating magna cum laude, Ana Martinez. Graduating magna cum laude, Brianda Martinez. Jessica Lynn Martinez. Yesenia Martinez Panuco. Adam McCall. April Medeles. Graduating cum laude, Cynthia Melendez Saucedo. How do you say that first name? Eira Munoz Garza. Sara Maria Navarrete. Lisbeth Ochoa. Graduating cum laude, Gloria Ortiz. Raimundo Romeo Ortiz. Lisbeth Perez. Diana Ramirez. Joanna Ramirez. Christian Alexandria Rangel. Maria Iliana Reina. Graduating summa cum laude, Claudia Rivera. Leanne Rodriguez. Graduating summa cum laude, Mayra Rodriguez. Graduating summa cum laude, Aida Judith Roman. Yolanda Rosa. Alice Gutierrez Ruiz. Graduating cum laude, Ana Silvia Ruiz. Sarai Ruiz. Graduating magna cum laude, Maria Claudia Sainz. Pamela Joy Sainz. Graduating cum laude, Yesenia Salazar. Evelyn Corral Salinas. Kyra Yvette Salinas. Lizette Salinas. Sierra Salinas. Joanna Dayanira Serrano. Graduating cum laude, Jessica Marie Solis. Graduating cum laude, Karen A. Torres. Nancy Tovar. Roxana Tovar. Graduating cum laude, Lorena Zanet Trevino. Magdalene Trevino. Gina Denise Valdez. Graduating magna cum laude, Mirna Valero. Francis Vela. Carlos Zapata Jr. Flor Zuniga Espinosa. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Education. Candidates for a Bachelor of Science are graduating summa cum laude, Federico Aranda. Alonso Cantu III. Adrian Carmona. Anthony Contreras. Alvaro Felix Jr. Cruz Omar Garcia. David Garza. Ryan Jesse Gill. Vanessa Ray Gomez. Oscar Gonzalez Jr. Graduating summa cum laude, Ida Lee Gonzalez. Michael Gonzalez. Joshua Jerome Lopez. Jaime Xavier Martinez Sr. Nicole Masaki. Beatrice Medina. Bernie Munoz. Manuel Morales III. Graduating cum laude, Eric Morin. Graduating cum laude, John Paul Regalado. Cesar Rodriguez. Yadira Rodriguez. Amy Sue Saldivar. Yesenia Sanchez. Bianca Marie Torre. Cynthia Corina Velasquez. Congratulations once again to all the graduates. Really quickly, I wanted to let you know, if you saw me on my phone, I'm tweeting, and the hashtag is UTPA Grad 14. If you want to tweet your pictures to me at MarcyKGBT, and I will retweet them as well. At MarcyKGBT, hashtag UTPA Grad 14 is what the university is tweeting out. Congratulations, everyone.
A lot of you, as you came across the stage, said, I finally made it. Well, you did. And now, you're no longer students, but you're alumni. You've graduated. But there's one very special thing that we need to do before we end. And that is that we need to, and don't do it yet, we need to move the tassel from the right side to the left side. Why do you do that? What purpose is it? Well, it's symbolic, because you're putting the tassel over your heart, and you're putting Pan Am in your heart. So please, move the tassel from the right to the left. Over 200 people came and got the Bronc Ring. And at the Bronc Ring ceremony, I told you to take the crest and have it point towards you. That was because Pan Am is protecting you. But now, as you go out to face the world, take off that ring, turn it around, and have the crest facing forward, because you are there to reach back and protect and help others. Please make the change with the ring. At this point, I would like all of the alumni in this building to please stand. Look at that. Jesse, look at that. We are transforming this valley. And by the way, students who are not students anymore, you did much better than the last group. They didn't stand. You got it. As I said, you can now sit. You have joined a very special brotherhood, a brotherhood of other graduates from Pan Am, from Pan American College, from Pan American University, from Edinburgh Junior College, and whatever the new UTRGV will be. We'll always be part of that brotherhood, that band, that family. And here to induct you into it is someone very special to me, Miss Citlali. I knew I was going to screw up your name. Citlali Rojas. Rojas is easy to do. Citlali, please come forward.
Hi, good afternoon, buenas tardes. And it's kind of hard to pronounce my name, so don't worry about it. This is a memorable day for you, your parents, your family, and friends. As much as it is a great day for you, it is also a great day for the University of Texas, the Alumni Association. So one of the things is that as a board member of the UTPA Alumni Association, it is a distinct privilege and honor to induct the class of 2014 into the UTPA Alumni Association family. Now that you're members, you should be aware that our mission is to help the university improve it in every way possible. I hope that you never forget your alma mater, even if your career takes you away to South Texas. It's not exaggeration to say that after today, you will never be the same. The experience you had at the University of Texas Pan American had changed your life, your behavior, and now you're a different person. Now that this university has helped you to become a different person, there are different expectations of you. In fact, I want to invite you to take your first step as alumni for you graduates, and especially for you in the audience who are alumni, to attend our annual meeting of the general membership this coming Wednesday, May 21st at 6 p.m. at the Alumni Center on South Closner in Edinburgh, Texas. Come start networking, and you will get to know more alumni that are going to be part of this association. And at the same time, you can find ways to help the university. The Alumni Association and the university community will always be here to help you, and I hope that when you're able, you will be there to help the university. We expect you to be successful, take care of your family, and enjoy this journey that you're starting. With that being said, I want to take advantage and take a minute to congratulate, on behalf of the UTPA Alumni Association, to all the mothers that are in this room, because without their support and care, it will be very impossible, very difficult to be here today. With that being said, congratulations, Happy Mother's Day, Feliz Día de las Madres.
Citlali is right. It would have been impossible to be here today if it weren't for the sacrifices that your mothers and your fathers have made. Let's celebrate them. Los padres y las madres De pie, por favor. Please stand and be recognized. And in the Valley, we do not do it by just having our parents there. Our grandparents are with us. Las abuelitas y los abuelos, de pie, por favor. Grandparents, please stand. Students, I hate to tell you this, but there have been some cheaters amongst you. There were some people who got some extra help all along the way. They had a partner, they had a husband, they had a wife. People that were there to support them and help them get through college. Would the spouses, would the husbands and wives and partners please stand up so that we can salute you? Then there were the others that were cheated a little bit. The ones who had to go to bed without getting a story told to them. Or maybe had to go play with some friends because mom or dad wasn't there, because they were at the library studying, writing that paper. Would the hijos, would the children, please rise so that we can recognize you and so that your mothers and fathers can salute you. Many of you are wearing memory stoles. Memory stoles are the green stoles that you have on. They are not yours. They are a tradition, a very important part of a very important tradition of beginning to give back as you graduate. When you leave here today, you're to give that memory stole to someone who you love, to someone who supported you, to someone who was there for you so that you could graduate and so that you could succeed. It may be your mothers, it may be your fathers, it may be your sons, your daughters, or it may be even the faculty. They are amazing. They have been with you for all the time. They've pushed you, they've demanded of you, they wanted you to succeed, and they wanted you to be able to go to Oxford, to be able to do anything. They believe in you very much. Would the faculty please rise so that we may salute you? Thank you. Congratulations again to our graduates. I hope you come back and visit us often. I hope you take real pride in what UTRGV will become, and that you will come and see the new buildings, and that you will send your children to that great university. Today, though, is a special day. Well, tomorrow. It's been said several times. El Día de las Madres. We have a special treat para las madrecitas aquí. Tenemos nuestros mariachi Aslan.
Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. Hoy por ser Día de las Madres se las cantamos aquí.
Despierta, mi bien, despierta, mira que ya amaneció.
Y a los pajarillos cantan, la luna ya se metió. Qué linda está la mañana en que vengo a saludarte. Venimos todos con gusto y placer a felicitarte. El día en que tú naciste, nacieron todas las flores. En la pila del bautismo cantaron los ruiseñores. Con jazmines y flores este día voy a adornar. Hoy por ser Día de las Madres le venimos a cantar. A la mujer, privilegio que Dios nos dio desde al nacer. A la mujer, motivo y razón para querer. Y aunque nos hagan llorar, sufrir y cantar por sus amores, son las reinas que más da y nacimos para quererlas hasta el final. Y aunque nos hagan llorar, sufrir y cantar por sus amores, son las reinas que más da y nacimos para quererlas hasta el final. Cada día que los veo brillar, quisiera decirles que yo quiero volver a mirar sus ojos, mi madre. Vi sus ojos por primera vez mirarme de frente, cual si fuera un jardín celestial de vida latente. Veo solo amor, veo la verdad, lo que aprendí, saber amar. Los ojos de mi madre son para soñar. Veo solo amor, veo la verdad, lo que aprendí, saber amar. Los ojos de mi madre son para a soñar. Como una promesa eres tú, como una mañana de verano, como una sonrisa eres tú, así, así eres tú. Toda mi esperanza eres tú, como lluvia fresca en mis manos, como fuerte brisa eres tú, así, así eres tú. Eres tú, como el agua de mi fuente. Eres tú, el fuego de mi hogar. Eres tú, como el fuego de mi hoguera. Eres tú, el brillo de mi hogar. Eres tú, eres tú. ¡Felicidades!
Muchas felicidades.
The award-winning, 5-time national champion, the only mariachi that's ever played with an opera, led by Francisco Lera, Mariachi Aztlán. The final ritual before we leave and go out and celebrate, and you give those stoles to the people that you love. We have to have one last Go Bronx, okay? So everyone, please rise, students. You know the drill. 3 times. You put it on Facebook that I'm going to have a stroke someday because I do it so loud, but we're going to do it loud and proud, okay? So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go Bronx! To everyone, thank you for coming today. To the faculty, thank you for helping us make this day possible. Students, please follow the faculty out as we depart. Thank you.